Hey there. Are you looking for last minute study tips? If you are, you've come to the right place. I'm going to help you give yourself the best chance with your revision. Now it's exam season, isn't it? I feel for you. I know. I know what it's like. I remember in the olden days. So I'm here to help. My name is Kai Graham, kaigraham.com. I'm a parenting coach, and I basically help parents and teenagers reconnect, and I give them hints and tips to help them navigate the minefield that is adolescence. So welcome, and thank you for joining us. I'm here every Tuesday. I introduce a set of tips. Actually, this is a bonus because we're right in the middle. I think I'm releasing this on Thursday. Because we're right in the middle of exams, I just thought, well, rather than wait until next Tuesday, I'll give this to you now. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Please hit the notifications bell, and that will alert you when the next update comes along, the next set of tools, the next set of techniques. So I'm here to help you today with last minute study tips. 1, get organised. So what do I mean by that? Well, I would say, first of all, if you haven't done already, get a revision timetable. Important. It's a study guide. It's a framework. It helps you to work out the work that you need to do and when you need to do it by. Otherwise, you end up doing all the stuff you love and you sort of put off the stuff that you're not so keen on. One thing as a youngster, what I used to do, I used to take this to the nth degree. I used to spend my whole time, this was before computers, because I am that old, yes. And I used to have an A4 sort of page and lots of lovely highlighted sort of things. And this is what I'm going to do on Monday and on Tuesday, and I'll do this on Wednesday. And by the time I got to the end of it, I'd spent so much time colouring it in that I hadn't actually blimmin' revised. So quick and easy, get a revision plan, and once you've done that, it gives you the chance to start actually putting this revision into action. Make sure your environment, the next point is part of being organised, is having a clear desk. Clear desk means clear mind. Get rid of all the crap. Get, old pizza boxes and stuff like that. Get rid of it. Recycle it all. Get rid of old pint glasses, and make sure that what you've got is what you need for that revision session. If you have revising chemistry, don't start having half your blimmin' English essays all out. Just make sure today, if my next session is all about chemistry, then that's all you need. All the chemistry textbooks and everything else can just go, move it out of sight. Because if you've got chaos around you, you've got chaos in your head. So part of getting organised is having that clear desk. And also, this is the bit that you will remember, is plan your breaks. Because you can't work the whole bloody time. I tell you, for most people, you might not even have heard of this. It's called the Pomodoro Method. It really is. It's quite cool. It was introduced by some Italian, and I think he basically timed his he timed his revision sessions with an egg timer that looked like a tomato. And Pomodoro in Italian is tomato, so hence it was called the Pomodoro Method. But what I suggest you do is, you can't revise for, sort of really, really long stretches, because the brain starts going, oh, I've had enough. So what I suggest you do is you do sort of 25 minutes of hard revision and take 5 minutes off, okay? And then another 25 minutes of hard revision and take 5 minutes off. And then another 25 minutes of just concentrated revision, quality. You should, if you've planned it, you know what it's about. It's chemistry that time and geography that time and maths the next time. Or you might decide, let's say that you want to just do all chemistry for the first session. So 3 25-minute sessions, whatever works for you. You will know how your brain best works. But the point is 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, and then take a longer break. And it's in that break where I suggest you get up and walk around and take the dog for a walk, go on social media, and invariably sort of, quarter of an hour, half an hour break, whatever you want. Spend it on your PlayStation, and then get back to another 25 on, 5 off, 25 on, 5 off. And do you know what the benefit about that is that, and when I say 25 minutes hard revision, turn your phone off, put it on airplane mode. And I know you FOMO, and you might just, oh my God, you might miss something vital in some WhatsApp group, or someone's put a status on Facebook. But the good point about this is, if you unplug for that 25 minutes, you have got quality time, okay? And so actually all you really need to do is 2 sessions like that. I call a session is basically 25-5, 25-5, 25 break. That's one session. And if you've revised early enough, then you don't need to have long days of revision. So if you get your revision done properly and quality revision, then you can hold your head up high and go, do you know what? I've done enough for today. My brain's gone. Physically, I need a break. Physically, I've got to do something else. And you can actually say, well, okay, if I started early, then I can finish early. And how cool is that? So the point is quality revision, therefore, allows quality breaks, quality me time afterwards. I used to sort of do and it so doesn't work, start at my desk at 10 and work all the way through till 10 at night. But the stuff I did in between wasn't really very good, because I was doing bits and pieces, and I was listening to the radio, and then I was sort of phoning my mate, and then I was doing something else, and then so of course you've got to spend so much more time revising, because you're not actually revising properly. Does that make sense? So when you're revising, focus, because then once you've got it out the way and you've done bang bang bang, I've done everything on my plan for today, hurrah, I can stop. I am going back to my tea. Those of you that know me know that I do a lot of this. So there you are. Last minute study tips. The most important thing out of all is look after yourself. And any parent will agree. Though they might not be saying it to you at the minute if you're getting this. But your mental health is more important than anything else. Okay, if I'm talking to you as a teenager, or if I'm talking to you as an exam taker, your mental health is the most important thing. Everything else is a bonus. If you do good grades, that's fantastic, but you need to have your head clear. You need to look after yourself, more so when you're revising, because otherwise, and when you're taking exams, because otherwise you're under that added pressure anyway. And if your mind, body and whatever is in a crap place, then everything just goes to crap. So my point is, if you look after yourself, eat and drink the good stuff. Now, I could stand here and go on about nutrition, but I'm not qualified to do so. All I just say is cut out the processed rubbish, and eat healthy stuff. Stuff that your granny, used to make. Make sure your food's healthy. And okay, we all need a Domino's, but your sugar and everything spikes and it goes in all the wrong places. So have proper protein, carbs and fats, and make sure it's good meals and healthy snacks. And it makes me laugh and everyone goes, oh, and yes, and I snack on nuts. That is so cool, but it sometimes doesn't really sound that realistic. But I tell you what, snacking on nuts or something healthy rather than Haribo, yeah, it's a no-brainer, guys, so come on. And loads of water. Okay, loads of water. You're meant to have 3 litres of the stuff. Just be careful. I don't want to encourage you to sort of start having 3 litres if you're not used to it right now, because you'll be sitting halfway through an exam and you'll be cross-legged. So be careful. But before you go into your exam, make sure you are not dehydrated, because we're 75-80% water anyway, so our brain needs that stuff. Our brain needs water to fully function. When you sort of come on, you know what it's like. Hangover means dehydration, means God, I can't even think straight. So connect the dots. So you need, eat and drink well, and do get plenty of rest. And I know I could be preaching to the choir, but not very many people do it. You know, oh my God, I've got exams. So, I was up till 3, you know. Yeah, bravo. Yeah, big deal. But the point is if you're getting up at 7 in order to sit exams or whatever, having 3-4 hours sleep is not really terribly clever. So you really do need to get a lot of sleep. Come on, I know teenagers, and I know you're just going to go, well, it's all right for you. I've been there, I know what it's like, but teenagers, biologically, and all the bloody surveys say, teenagers need 9-10 hours sleep a night, not a week, not, you know, they need 9 or 10 hours sleep for their brains to sort of function properly. And come on, at the end of this is the summer holidays. You can do what the bloody hell you like then, but well, parents might not agree. But you need your sleep, because when you sleep, your mind and your brain is healing itself and repairing itself and joining all the dots again. And if you've just had 2-3 hour exams, you need that rest. So sleep properly. And I know it's boring, but revision and exams are boring. Suck it up. If you don't put the groundwork in now, well, you know, that's just the way of it. So eat. Oh, by the way, this is what I'm reading off. I shall put this on my app, Teen Toolbox. It's free. Let me take a slurp. I am the author of the Teen Toolbox book, available on Amazon, and the app, which has all these exercises, and they're free for you to download. So this is the you know, my crib sheet, what I'm telling you about now. So go and download it. It's a free app that gives you hints and tips, and in the previous video I was talking about box breathing and relaxation exercises and a stress relieving exercise called the pencil test. So I was talking about that. So, you know, all this information's on the app as well. But if you subscribe to this, you will have this information at your fingertips. But the point is, yeah, take plenty of rest. Also, take plenty of exercise. It is common sense, but we don't do it. You know, and I don't mean you have to start training for a marathon, but what I do mean is get out into nature and get your head showered. And, you know, even if it's taking the dog for a walk, even if it's jumping on the trampoline in the back garden, even if it's, I don't know, in the Pomodoro one where I said 25 minutes on and 5 minutes off, if you've got to do 10-15 press-ups or 5-star jumps or whatever it is, it gets everything shaken up a bit and it mixes it up a bit. Your body, especially in exam time, is fairly lethargic and sitting in a heap for a while. You know, if it's crouched over your desk doing your stuff or crouched over your desk writing the exams, you need to stretch it out. You need to get the exercise that will keep your mind, body and spirit all sort of, you know, singing from the same hymn sheet. So, yeah, drink and eat the right stuff, get plenty of rest and take plenty of exercise. Important. Now, this is a cool one. Use the traffic light code. What's the traffic light code, Kai? Well, I hear you say. It's quite cool because what it does is it makes you sort of, you know, you can see where I'm going with this. Traffic lights, green, amber, red. Okay. Say you are doing, oh, I don't know. I keep on referring to chemistry. God knows why, because I stopped it at A level, but there you are. Say you're doing chemistry and you are, you know, you've got, I don't know, an exam in 3 days' time. Go through your chemistry syllabus, have a look at it and go, oh, okay, let's just look at the syllabus list and let's look at it with the traffic light code in mind. Green means everything that you know. Oh, okay, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with titration, or I'm cool with this. Yeah, I can't even remember what half the things are, but it was in the olden days, so bear with me. I should have used maths because I remember more stuff about maths. But you know, so just go, right, here's all the green bits. I'm good with that. I don't really need to go over that terribly much because I understand it. Then look at the amber things and look at all the topics that, yeah, I'm all right with. I'm comfortable with that. You know, might not be able to answer a 25-word, you know, mark question, but I'm fairly okay with that. And it could be, I don't know, it could be all the periodic table, or it could be, you know, sort of chromatography or whatever it is. But yeah, I could do all right there. And then is the red. It's the stuff that you need to work on. And I'm afraid to say that's the bit you need to revise, even at last minute. And look at the syllabus and go, right, where are the flags here? Where are the bits that, you know, and especially if you're sort of fairly certain that they're going to come up. It's well worth just revisiting and going, right, well, how am I going to learn this? And do you know, in fairness, it depends which way you learn. Some people learn by writing loads of stuff. Some people learn by listening. So what you could do is you could record yourself reading your notes and then play them back again. Or you could, you know, if you sort of like visual stuff, either put stuff on flashcards, or nowadays with YouTube, come on, you know where I'm going with this, watch videos on whatever. You know, on different sort of techniques, or different, if it's history, on, I don't know, different periods of whenever. But just, you can watch videos, and if that's the way that you learn, that will be the way that you retain stuff. So it doesn't all have to be sitting over your desk sort of writing and peering through sort of textbooks. If you know the best way that you sort of soak up information, do it that way. You know, there's audios and there's videos. So just do what works best for you. That's cool. Now, so that's the traffic light code. Practice papers. Practice, practice, practice. Those of you that did the 11 plus, or, you know, whatever they call it nowadays, you will have done practice papers till they were coming out of your ears. And there's a reason for that. It's because it helps you get into the swing of the exam. It helps you understand the way the questions are worded and what's expected of you, and how to understand the words and the nuances of, you know, and also, not being funny, how you can mentally understand the timing of everything. And you know, if you see sort of, oh, there's 5 questions and I've got an hour, you know roughly how long each one's going to take. So practice papers are phenomenally useful, and it just gets you into the swing, and it gets you into the right mindset. And also a great thing of, especially with sort of certain subjects, there's only a finite number of questions that they can ask. You know, if you're doing the sonnets of Shakespeare or something, there's only a finite number of questions that can come up. And if you do loads and loads of practice papers, your answers will become more tailored, or you know, it's flexing those muscles actually, and the more you practice, it's a bit like learning the piano, the more you practice, the better you get. Simple. And that's because you're rewiring your brain and just helping, you know, and the more you do, you know, if you do the piano and the more you do the scales, the better you will get at it. And that's the same as practice papers. So and don't say, well, I don't know where to get them from, Kai. You go and Google it, because it's all there, or ask your school to help you. But it's a really cool way of sort of doing the, hang on a minute, this question hasn't come up in 3 years, or this question comes up every other year and this is my year. I mean, you know, you can actually start connecting the dots and working out potentially. Now, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and if you come back with an F, don't come running to me going, Kai, you got it wrong there. You know, that, but you can see patterns with practice papers, and it might just help. Yeah. Don't, you know, it's worth thinking about. And the final one here is start early each day. Why? Because your brain's fresh. Well, as long as you've listened to what I've said about sleep, rest and exercise. But the cool thing, come on guys, it's a no-brainer. You start early, do the Pomodoro Method with your revision plan that I've told you all about. And if you start early, you finish early. And the bonus is if you've suddenly realised on the traffic light method, oh crap, there's too many reds, then you've got time to do something about it. But if you lie in till, you know, on a non-exam day, till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the odds are stacked against you. So give yourself the best shot that you can. You know, this is not for very long. And the more effort you put in now, and the more pain you go through now, I know it's boring. Tell you what's more boring. Repeats. So yeah, just note to self. So just do the crappy stuff now. Work hard. It's not for long. I know you just, oh my God, a month's so long. No, it's not. Believe me, it's not. It goes in the blink of an eye. So yeah, put some of those sort of study tips to practice. It helps. I shall put this on my app, Last Minute Study Tips. I know it's back to front. And you can find it there. But yeah, and good luck. Just remember, you know, try your best, and that's all we can ask of you, is to try your best. If you haven't tried as hard as you could, note to self, you'll learn something from that, believe me. You know, and if you feel crap about it, just, yeah, well, learn from it, and then you won't do the same mistakes as next time, one hopes. But summer's just around the corner, so just endure this bit and you'll be grand. If you like this, please subscribe. There's more of it coming. It's cool, and I want to share it with you. I know what it was I used to know what it feels like as a teenager, and I go back and I can still feel those feelings in the pit of my stomach, and I want you to avoid that. So let's make it easy, or easier, and you know, sort of last minute study tips. It's not rocket science, but sometimes we just need to spell it out. So subscribe, press the notifications bell as well. So when I release something, you'll be the first to hear about it. And yeah, and sign up or download my free app as well, because it's full of hints and tips and breathing exercises, and helps you with anxiety and overwhelm and all that crap. But yeah, sign up here, and then you'll get, every Tuesday, Team Box Tuesday, there'll be more hints and tips from me, Kai Graham, parenting coach. So good to see you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.